Fuck, I forgot to delete the other recording, so I have even less storage now. I tried this already, but I stuttered so much because my ability to talk to a fucking camera is below average. Today we're talking about my mother. I already did an intro. I don't want to do the intro again because it just feels fake. I'm tearing apart the foam thing in the mattress. This isn't a mattress. That's the mattress. What is this? What the fuck is this thing? Awesome. I'm retarded. Today we're gonna be talking about my mom. Because I know I talked about my dad and how he kind of got himself killed and was not really a good parent. How are you supposed to start this? How are you supposed to start talking about your shitty parent? Oh, there's a bug. Say hello to the world, bug. The world. The 3 people are watching. The world population has been reduced since I picked up this bug. Say hello, Max.
Who the fuck even are you? Put me down.
Alright, fuck you then, Max. Fucking bitch. The thing is, I don't want to tell too much. I'm not gonna say her name. But let's just say, she was a drug addict. She never had any money, so we didn't have much food on her plate. She was incredibly abusive, physically. And she apparently had schizophrenia. Like, actual diagnosed schizophrenia, and then refused to take her pills. I don't know what it's like to have schizophrenia, so I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, and try to be a little more kind. Anyways, on to the next part. My mom was a stupid fucking slut. We got some good memories. We got some good funny memories, like, you know, stealing the shopping cart from Target, and walking me home in it, and having some fun shoplifting cigarettes from the Walgreens down the street. And yet, even with me helping, you still wouldn't let me have a single cigarette, Mom. That's fine, I don't want to do drugs or alcohol anyways. It's drink alcohol, not do alcohol, but... whatever, do alcohol. Stick my dick in the alcohol. There was also the time when we got locked in a cemetery in the middle of the night, in the middle of the city. But besides that, nah, she really was not nice to me. Okay, there was the more clearly abusive shit that is easier to talk about, simply because it's just straight up abuse. But then there's other really weird shit that I don't understand, that was... You'd think I'm straight up making up a story if I even talk about it. When she got mad, she would get mad. I mean, sometimes she'd just be completely calm, perfectly fine, and then she would just freak out and start screaming and smashing everything around the house. I can't remember a single time where there wasn't just shattered glass all over the fucking carpet. And then we moved into a new apartment where she then proceeded to shatter glass all over that carpet. She broke all my fucking toys and left cigarette burns in my blankets and all over the couch. I mean, there was one time when I went to my aunt and uncle's with a cigarette burn on my back. I don't remember that, but everybody tells me that it happened, so I guess it happened. Everybody also tells me that she took me inside of the strip club when at her job. Speaking of the destroying my stuff, there was one time where she threw my, one of my toys, a Lego set, so hard against the wall that it just straight up, the wall broke, and the toys just fell into the wall. The wall broke. She smashed a hole in the wall. She smashed a fucking hole into the wall with a Lego set. And I would usually have to lock myself in my room when she did it, because if I didn't, she would probably, like, pick me up and throw me somewhere. A lot of times she would throw me, and she tried to throw me at the couch, she says, but every single time she missed. So I just ended up either hitting the wall, or sometimes, there was one time where she just threw me down the hallway. I didn't hit the wall or anything, I flew down the hallway and fell on the floor, on my fucking head. I remember that particular time happened on the night right before my birthday, which is also Christmas, so I guess that means double fucked up? On Easter, okay? I had so much... I couldn't find my Easter basket. And I was asking my mom for help. She was so pissed that I couldn't find my Easter basket that she locked me in my room. Then she comes back, unlocks my door, throws the Easter basket at my head. Which, I mean, hey, it hurt, but I got my Easter basket, so win-win. Sort of. I can't say she won. She was mad. I don't think being mad is a win. And also, she's dead. That's definitely not a win. Anyways, those are the more, physical abusive things she did. Then there's the really weird shit that I'm not... This lighting is not normal. I need to, like... That's not gonna fucking work. There was the one time... Gosh. It gets so fucking weird, okay? How do I even start talking about this? I'm just gonna say it, okay? She was forcing me to learn how to do a cartwheel. That may not seem like abuse. But then keep in mind the fact that she was incredibly unstable. So every time that I failed, she would scream at me and just shout like, "What is wrong with you? Are you retarded?" So, a little bit, yeah. And every time I failed, she would scream and shout at me, and she was trying to record me doing a cartwheel, and for some reason I was completely, like, I was in my underwear, for some reason. I don't know why I was completely in my underwear. Usually, I would be in clothes, but... It's so confusing. It's so random. It doesn't sound real, but it happened. She was just happy with walking naked around the apartment. Okay, and there were, like, different phases of this. I'm talking mostly about 2015, because then there was living in a different apartment with my dad when I was really young, living in an actual house, albeit an empty house with nothing in it except for, like, a couch and a TV on a box. Not, like, good TV. I mean, one of those square TVs with the staticky feeling when you put your hand on it. Then we lived at her grandfather's house, and then we lived in the apartment, and then we lived in another apartment in a less than ideal part of the city with her sugar daddy. And then life finally... Well, it didn't get good, because then I proceeded to go to a horrible, horrible school, okay? I can make a whole video about that school, and you bet your fucking ass that I will make a video about that school. She walked naked around the house. All the time. Like, I was 6, 7, I think? And she used to just... Literally... I know she was a stripper, okay? So, it was her job. I don't know if strippers practice for that sort of thing, but I guess my mom did, because I remember her dancing naked in front of the mirror all the time while I was just trying to sit there, eat my fucking ramen noodles, because that's literally the only food we had, and she was just right there, and it's like, Mom, I'm trying to watch my movie. What the fuck is going on? Why is my camera brightening up? Anyway. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna do the acting part anymore, because it's already failed. It's over. I fucked it up twice and burped just to make it extra fucky uppy. I also remember her practicing her stripping thing on her pole in her room, because she didn't have money to buy me any food, but she had the money for a whole ass stripper pole in her bedroom and a fucking... lots of drugs. I remember walking into her room, looking in her closet, finding a bunch of syringes, and I didn't understand at the time, but it makes sense now. One of the only good things that I remember my mom doing was dropping me out of school. I think I was in 2nd grade, and she just stopped making me go to school. I just stopped going. You know, that was fucking fun. That was cool. Now here's the thing about when I dropped out of school. CPS didn't give 2 shits about anything that was going on, okay? The rest of my family was reporting my mom to CPS, you know, saying like, hey, he came to our house with cigarette burns on his back. He's been telling all these stories about her doing all this weird shit, and CPS just doesn't give a fuck. But the second she makes me stop going to school, which, by the way, I was not a good kid, so every time I went, I was kind of harmful to the other kids, okay? And I'm not proud of that. I used to, like, throw desks and chairs around and made my teachers cry, which I'm sorry to all of them, except for one of my teachers, okay? That one teacher that I made cry, you're a bitch and you deserved it. So pretty much, she was saving other kids from me and saving me from being bullied, because I did get bullied in school. You know, I was a bully, but I also got bullied, so double the loser right there. That was one W, and that's the one thing that CPS was like, we can't have that. You're allowed to be physically and emotionally abused in every way, but the second that your mom does something to improve your mental health, that's too far. I have 2 minutes left to record. Shit, there's so much to talk about. Fuck it. I'm gonna delete that one video and I'll be right back. I'm back, motherfuckers, and I got 14 seconds. No, not seconds, minutes. 14 seconds. Deleting a video got rid of space on my... I need to stop tearing this shit apart, man. I'm not even trying to tear apart the mattress. I'm just doing it subconsciously. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing to you. It's not your mattress. If it is, then fuck, I'm in the wrong house. Oh fuck, what time is it? It's not too late. Okay, I'm good. No, I'm not. I'm not good. But I'm good, as in my parents aren't coming home because they're dead. But my grandparents, they're also not coming home for a while. I like being home alone because I can scream. I can scream as loud as I want, you know? And I can scream anything I want. Yeah. Fuck! I'm getting so off topic. Let me go back to my mom real quick. Never mind, I can't go back to my mom because I don't want to burn. What were we talking about? That looks wrong. I'm not jerking off, okay? I'm playing with the blanket. Also, fun fact, this is not my bedroom, okay? This is the guest room in the basement where we lock the guests. I was talking about CPS. That's what I was talking about. Fuck yeah, I finally remembered. CPS took me away and put me with my aunt and my uncle. Not the one that molested me. That's on my mom's side of the family. Like I said, that's where the crazy people are. But my uncle is still a sex offender. Now, I do like my aunt. She's kind of cute. But she is my family, so I gotta not say that. I was put with them. My mom comes to visit every week, and that's that. I live with them for the next couple months. And then, all of a sudden, my mom, one week when she comes to visit, we go out into the backyard to just play. And then my aunt goes inside for 5 minutes to get something. And my mom sneaks me out through their backyard. And this was actually, after we got evicted from the apartment. We got evicted from the apartment, and we didn't actually have anywhere to live. Shit. I didn't even realize that. We were, like, living nowhere. So maybe that's why CPS picked me up, and it wasn't because I wasn't going to school. But yeah, after those few months, I guess that's when she met her sugar daddy, so she took me back by sneaking me out through the back, and I figure, like, hey, it's mommy knows best, obviously. And I spend the next couple of months there until CPS eventually decides that they're going to put me in an entirely new family. My grandparents did come in clutch, though, and, you know, save me from going into a new family, so thank you. Okay, you guys may not really have much of a liking to me, but at least I'm not, you know, stuck in the foster care system. My family on that side put her into rehab, and things were smooth sailing. And next thing I know, I just get the news, oh, her body was found in an old building somewhere in the middle of the city. And there was never even a funeral or any of that. Which, I guess, you know, I don't like funerals, okay? Funerals are just, they're sad and shit. So, what's the moral of the story? Be born with better parents.